Good morning, Workato fans, and welcome back to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here kicking off day 2 of our 2 days of live coverage on theCUBE. My name's Savannah Peterson. Delighted to be joined for all the fun today with Rob Strechay. Rob, we're having a really good trip this time around.
It is. It's been a lot of great interaction with a lot of customers, a lot of the Workato folks and their partners, and really understanding how genies are really shaping the future of what these organizations are going to be able to do with AI. So a lot of fun.
I know. I feel like I'm becoming a Workato customer this week because it's been such a good show. I do not always say that, I promise. Here to tell us even more and start the day right is Carter and Stephanie. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
This is going to be so fun. I love that we've got a little 805 connection as well. Central Coast of Cali is repping hard here in the middle of the day.
It is.
I love that. Stephanie lives where I grew up, which is one of the most beautiful places ever. What are your I'm actually just going to open this totally differently than I normally would have. When you tell people what you do in our homelands, how do they respond? What do people think about genies and AI agents?
Oh, they're just mind blown.
Right?
Yeah. They're like, you're doing what? And I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. And like, I can't even conceptualize what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I bet it's a kind of interesting work day versus night day for you.
Yes.
Relative. No, it's going to be so cool. What about you, Carter? Where are you from?
I grew up outside Chicago.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and migrated out to California in the 90s.
We got a little Midwestern charm on the desk today.
Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah.
That'll be fun. I spent the whole summer in the Midwest very unexpectedly. So nothing but love for all of that. Kicking off day 2, keynotes, you were on stage yesterday. It's been a
and
big...
today.
And today.
Yeah, same with Steph.
So tell us a little bit about this morning in case folks weren't able to attend that keynote this morning. I'll start with you, Carter.
Sure. We got to show off Workato and Workato. We Workato sells mainly into IT shops, the CIOs like myself, and we had this great opportunity to showcase what we do internally with our team. So that's what we talked about. It's fun. I'm just so proud to be the CIO here at Workato, and we got to showcase it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, same experience for you, Stephanie?
Yeah, I mean, we dove in with 2 of the builders on our team, Patricia and Sam, and talked about just how easy it is to build genies, and then talked about enabling the business to actually use them, specifically in the sales organization, which sometimes can be a little bit challenging. So it was fantastic.
That is fantastic. You know, we heard something from Steven at Samsara yesterday that I thought was so cool and really reflective of all the hard work that you both do, which is when they rolled out the Sales Genie within their organization, in addition to the IT Genie, which was the gateway there for them, that it was the most popular tool that he has brought to the team. And as he kind of said, like, the coolest thing he's done in his role in the 4.5 years there. And I thought, gosh, what a nice compliment to share with y'all.
Yeah.
There seems to be a real stickiness to what you're doing in a good way. Like people are excited to use a new tool. Upskilling and changing toolkits can sometimes be a little clunky within organizations. Do you see that a lot? I mean, you're having a lot of customer conversations.
Yeah, we are seeing stickiness. I think the thing that Stephanie showed with Sam and Patricia is how easily and quickly with our Agent Studio it is to roll out these genies.
You can do it in NLP in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
But then you can roll it out, but you can iterate so quickly with it and make it quickly better. So you get quick adopters in sales. Then you can find the adopters who aren't really using it, but adjust the Genie quickly to get them on board. And as we talked about on stage with Sam, it's a technology that it's actually a lot of fun to roll out. It's not a 6-month, 1-year ERP, CRM, HRS system rollout. It's a technology you can roll out within weeks.
Right. So to kind of talk to the fact that, like you said, Workato on Workato, you went through, and I know you talked about this yesterday and today, both about how you looked at partnering with the business and how that was really important to get acceptance and other things that, brought that center of gravity and was able to really, I guess you could say, make it effective. Kind of talk to the requirements and gathering and how you worked with the business, because I think that's really important to a lot of the people who are sitting there trying to say, okay, how do I get started in this and building a Genie?
I mean, that's our foundation, right? It's all about enabling our business users to build. I mean, we're a small and mighty team, and we can only do so much. And so the brilliant thing about Workato is that anyone can build, whether it's an automation or what we're talking about today is genies. It's fantastic. So we have this phenomenal partnership with our business teams. We do an annual hackathon that really gets people out there building with their ideas.
Fun.
Yeah, outside of just their day-to-day job. And so having that kind of closeness, but specifically to our G28 project, which was really amazing what the team did in just a month.
Short period
yeah.
of time, which I think is really remarkable. I mean, it speaks to, you hear your customers talk about the speed of innovation. You heard Stephen talking about it on stage yesterday. But I love that you brought that up. I mean, you're doing it yourselves that quickly, too,
Yes.
which is so impressive.
Yeah, again, it goes back to technology. It's I heard him on stage yesterday. You can quickly roll it out. You actually ask the business leader what are their KPIs, or what are the skills of the best person on their team. That's it. You let AI define a genie for you, and you give it a job description, and then it actually just starts working. And you saw that. We learned that from Sam when he was starting to build the first genie. It's how quickly you can build this technology. Again, it's not you're doing the requirements gathering. You're defining a business process. No, you're defining the end state. I want to get this KPI, and here's a person who's doing that for me manually today, and you map it together, and it builds this genie.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it, and we kind of talked beforehand. I was in IT a long time ago.
I know.
Like,
and you got out.
almost 30 years ago. I somehow escaped.
You don't look it, Rob. You don't look it.
But when you look at it, I just can't even imagine just the things that are possible now with AI and how it helps you really achieve things. Kind of talk about how it's helped transform what you do on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, we can really just, in any role, just get things done quicker, right? So what we used to be able to do in a day probably only takes a couple hours, maybe. Just with the productivity and having a genie by your side, everything is just more efficient.
It's like a little research buddy.
Right, and we can focus on the things that really take time and thought and strategy, where the genie can take a lot of the mundane kind of tasks.
Well, and especially when it comes to institutional knowledge, you're digging through what folder is that in, or where do I find this, especially as a new hire. I know you have the new hire genie and things like that. And to have everybody, to your point, be on the same level as your top employee or as your highest performer like that.
Superhumans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're creating superhuman agents.
Yeah.
Well, but I also looked at the toil that you take out, like the licensing genie that was shown off. I mean, that to me, like having been in that just mind-blowing to people who, how do you go through and understand, hey, I have this many Salesforce licenses, and do I really need it, or things of that nature?
Or are we utilizing them? Yeah.
Yeah, I can bring that to you.
Yeah, but the genie's doing all that work for you. It's playing the bad cop and the good cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times other organizations I send nasty emails to people who aren't using Salesforce. I don't make them any friends except for the CFO. I look like a horrible person. But now this genie, you saw it, right? It actually makes you feel good. I'm taking your Salesforce license away. Mom, give me $50.
Right.
They feel good about
It
it.
gives you the carrot. I like the carrot part. of it.
You
We
brought
talked
it. You
about that
brought it up
yesterday.
multiple
was
times
great.
yesterday. No,
I thought that was
it's
great.
genuine.
As we're a small organization, and we've taken Salesforce licenses away from people, and you start to look at it, and people don't love that. And again, it's that's their blanket almost.
Yeah, they're comfortable in it. Yeah.
So how have you seen kind of because you talk to that, and as you roll these out, how has the reaction been from the organization as they interact with the genie, as they go in and see that on a daily basis?
I think at first it's a little like, oh, well, what do I do with this? But the fact that our genies are built to be proactive, to prompt, where you don't go into Slack or your whatever your interface is and be like, I need to do this. The genie comes to you and says, hey, you should probably think about this today. It's like almost it's proactively reading your mind and what you should do. And so especially around license optimization, it's big for Carter and I to think about our licenses. We don't like to have all this shelfware and so forth. And now I don't need to worry about it. And owning a budget and stuff is, so it's like I don't have to look at the licenses to the budget and work with FP&A team. It's like the genies are doing that for me.
Yeah, and I think you were talking, it was like a 28% savings that you anticipated this year just in licensing alone.
That's the plan.
Which is massive.
Yes,
I mean,
it is massive. We can get there. I guarantee you, there's so much software out there.
Yeah. Well, you have to now.
Right.
You put it on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
Picture of the
I do need to go
slides.
back up the next year.
Yeah.
No, he's going to come to me and
Yes.
say, hey,
Yeah.
why
6
haven't
months
you
from now.
saved?
We're at 26. Let's get to 28.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I think it's really cool. One of the things that Rob and I have been talking about on the news desk this year is that nerds are kind of having a moment. Like, I feel like, we were all cool in our little tech bubbles talking to ourselves, but with the era of AI and, and agentic, like you said, you get to have those mind-blowing conversations at home and people are excited. So how is, and I'm going to start with you on this one, Carter, because it's fun because you sell to a lot of CIOs. You are the CIO, so you really must. This is almost a meta moment for you.
I like to say go-to-market motions, but on stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, we can call it whatever you like to call it today.
Yeah.
But how is IT shaping the future of work as we look forward more broadly?
Yeah. Well, how we're shaping it, we are in charge of rolling out technology to businesses. Every IT leader, every CIO is. We are in the middle of the adoption of AI in the company. And the business and CEOs and board members, you heard me yesterday, they are coming to us. And if you're not leading the AI charge, then you should probably maybe think about doing something different. We had our CEO council yesterday, and
how'd that go?
it was fun. We had 62 CIOs.
Wow.
For 4 hours in a room with some great discussions. But there were some very progressive leading CIOs who were really rolling out AI, but there were some CIOs who were there to learn and who were like asking a bunch of questions. Hey, I got the business buying AI, but I'm not really forward thinking. How do I get more involved? And this discussion was fantastic. So we really, I think we helped level the playing field for all the CIOs at that table yesterday, and the progressive ones were teaching the ones that were a little bit behind and how to roll out AI. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It does feel like a very, and we've also talked about this a lot, it feels like a really collaborative moment in a way that, sometimes everyone's always innovating in silos and kind of like, what are they doing over there kind of thing. But I feel like right now, because we recognize that this is a total transformation across the industry and the world, quite frankly, we're all kind of like, hey, let's help each other. What's going on? And that culture of collaboration, I think, is really powerful. Stephanie, I saw you light up when you were talking about the team and the hackathon and everything else. One of the things that's personally impressed me the most, Rob, I know is also impressed, but is the culture at Workato is clearly decidedly different. I mean, even to be on stage saying AI is not going to take anybody's job, we're just going to make everyone feel more creative and awesome. It's totally the opposite of what you hear from Atlassian or Stripe right now, who are just wiping out teams because of tools. And it's all kind of, it's a little carnage there. But my question is, because I would love to bottle your culture and just sprinkle it everywhere, how do you do so well with that? How have you nailed this so well?
I would say probably sometimes a blessing and a curse. Everyone is so nice and approachable. I mean,
so nice.
It really starts with our CEO. He's the most approachable, kind, employee-first person. And that just trickles throughout the organization. Everyone's there to help you at any point in time. It doesn't even matter if it's their job or not. It's just that type of culture that really VJ has brought in leaders like Carter and Chandar and Jash and all these just really good humans. And so
humans.
And then it breeds itself, right? Then you hire that, and you don't want to hire people that will disturb that and just add to the culture. And it truly is special.
It's just, we go to tech shows all year round, and there's obviously lovely humans everywhere and some very smart humans. I'm not necessarily putting them down, but I've been very struck by the palpable difference, and it feels like such a welcoming place.
And I will say, too, it's across the world. We are in over 30 countries. We have a huge presence in Singapore and the Philippines and Japan. And if you just teleported there, you would feel that same energy and that same love across the boards.
Well done.
Yeah, it's great.
Seriously, hat tip. Okay, fun. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. So I think one of the things, though, I just kind of, because I think there's cultural shifts that happen with AI. And one of the things that I'm interested in, because it came up we did like a little analyst talk at the end of the day yesterday, was around governance. And how do you handle governance? Because to me, you got to put the guardrails on AI. You can't just, there's PII, there's all kinds of data things, there's sovereignty and things like that. Like you said, you're in 30 different countries. How do you look at governance from an AI for AI?
Yeah, thank you. I just got off the stage kind of talking about this. We have this amazing framework, methodology that goes along with our product. It's called GEARS.
Yep.
Govern, Enable, Adopt, Run, Scale. And it's
I like that.
Yeah, isn't it neat?
That works.
It's actually it's a methodology we use not just for Workato, but other technologies and rolling it out with the business. But to answer your question, the governance security, the knobs you need to turn and to make agents secure or genies secure is actually built in the product from day one. It's been there for 13 years. And it's so that the agents can only do what they're supposed to do, only can update and see information they're supposed to do. Builders can only build the agents they're supposed to. Users like us of the genies can only interact with the with the agents we're aligned to. So it's actually built into the product. And the governance based on every company is different. You can turn those knobs and dials within the product. But that's not new with our agentic offering. It's been there for 13 years. We have thousands of customers using us as a data superhighway, I like to call it. Governance has already been there. That's why we're an enterprise platform. We've been around for quite a while doing integration, data orchestration. It's such a natural movement for us to get into this new agentic world.
It's why it seems like all of your customers that we've talked about, one of the things I've noticed that's also very palpable is the confidence and the trust they have in the product, which trust is a pivotal linchpin in every adoption of agentic and AI right now. And it's been very nice to hear how your customers feel so close to you in the sense that they can always call you and say what's up and see what's going on or double check on something or to your point, understand how best to toggle those governance controls. And it gets a little sticky. Like it's important that be easy. So I'm going to take this a slightly different direction here, personal direction as we start to wrap up this interview. If you could wave your magic genie wand and have a genie for your personal lives, what would you develop a genie for? Stephanie, I'll start with you.
I would say probably fashion. Probably like a personal stylist where it's like I don't even have to think. It knows my measurements. It then automatically just goes to Nordstrom or whatever and orders what I need, knows my calendar, knows, hey, I'm going to be in Las Vegas at a keynote, knows what kind of style I have and so forth. Like that would be ideal. Not worrying about what to wear, clothes, what to order, anything like that. Yeah.
I love that. I've actually thought about training an AI on my closet, taking a picture of everything so that it can help me pick my outfits for shows. Carter, what about you?
I know you know where I'm going with this one. I got 3 kids, middle school, high school, very active in sports. I would love a genie to help me figure out my weekend calendar because I can do up to 17 sports events. I've lost one kid before.
All the parents out there
should help me plan my weekend. And actually, would it be great to drive them around?
Yes.
Because I have to be there an hour before the game, and then I got another kid across the town has to go somewhere else. Have 45 minutes before the game, pick up. I got to do pizza. I had to do pizza this Friday for the whole football team, high school football team. It cost me like $600.
Pizza math too. You got to figure out how many.
2 days. I just see how do I navigate my logistics of my kids.
I think the team could probably build you that right now.
They could do that.
Yeah.
I think you might have just planted some seeds. Do you want to say hi to the kids?
You know what? You need integration to all these different sports apps.
Yeah.
You could build integration, build my calendar, but I just want to drive my minivan.
Then that's when you call me.
Okay.
Well, isn't one of them almost old enough to drive the minivan at this point?
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah.
You're getting warmer.
He doesn't want the minivan. Minivans aren't cool.
Yeah.
Hey, anything that will get you somewhere and autonomously or as an individual is pretty cool at that point. Beggars can't be choosers on that front. You want to say hi to the kids? What are their names?
Jack, Emma, and Bella. First day of school for them today. I got great photos.
Amazing. Happy first day of school.
I wish I was there. I'll see him tonight though.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, final question for you. Because a lot has happened at Workato in the last year. I mean, it's amazing to see what you've done. When we're sitting on this desk at this time next year, what do you hope to be able to say then that you can't yet say today? Stephanie, we'll start with you.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would love to have this current team and continue to grow with genies, so we don't have to constantly keep asking for headcount. and have our team focus on big things, and then just continue to build out the genies where we would have additional headcount, but we wouldn't need anymore. Yeah,
Love that. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can talk about that. That's fun.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I thought about this yesterday during the CEO conference because there's a lot of great questions there. It's these genies are fairly new. We're learning, we're building them. I'd like to come back a year from now and show true ROI. How much opportunity pipe we drove, how much sales velocity we can improve, decrease in support costs, decrease in finance costs. I'd like to see true ROI, so we can come back and say, hey, remember that? We 28 agents we just built this summer. We came back to true ROI. That measure, because you saw me up on stage yesterday.
Yes.
We're going to save 28% on license costs. I'm like, we did it.
Yeah.
Maybe we
more.
got to 25%, and we got to 30.
Yeah.
But I like to actually here's the actual measurements.
Yeah.
And actually show action board.
Yeah.
With all the data on there.
Right.
This is true. This is their true ROI.
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
Well, I have no doubt you're going to be able to do that. We're already hearing rumors from your customers and all the conversations that are going on.
He says this, but then he just hands it to me.
Here you
He's
go.
like, remember that. That's on you.
Here's our KPI.
I was just going to say, here's Stephanie's case.
Go to another keynote. So it's on me. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Carter and Stephanie, what a wonderful way to start the day.
fun.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
being here. Thanks for hosting this.
Yeah, we
being live.
appreciate you welcoming us so warmly to the Workato family. We're definitely a part of your fabulous culture now.
Yeah.
And I hope all of you are enjoying this wonderful start to the day as much as we are here at World of Workato in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name's Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.